Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, we had a bunch of interesting to me anyway, exposition. And in this episode, supposedly, we're gonna have a monologue. And I do like a good monologue. Especially villain monologues, but there's no real villain in this so far. But let's get back into it, shall we? Hi. What's going on? A blank page. That was me. I'd gone beyond that, though. Beyond everything. Even the framework of my very mind. I tried to remain optimistic. I followed along with Lady-san. It was like a parody. The writing was poor and cliched. It made me vomit. I escaped from reality, opting to meet with Shimon-san and So-san, playing with their decomposing corpses. I think I enjoyed that, though. But the results were the same. Reality remained. Even if it was unrealistic. Myself. I was confused, but even that was an oddity to me, because I had gone beyond that. What I felt at that moment was my existence as a blank page, the disgusting creature known as Meito Tanabe. I learned the truth yesterday from Lady-san. We're dead. Maybe I was aware of that. Maybe I realized how unnatural things felt from the very beginning. Maybe that's what Meito Tanabe thought. No, that can't be right. I can't think. Because while he was Meito Tanabe, I am too. He was me, up until now. That's why I had no idea what was going on. I gazed at the spot on the ceiling as I lay under the warm covers. That small spot in the corner of the ceiling began to expand. It was like magic, like it wouldn't exist if it wasn't seen. It was a silly impression to have. Just what did I want to do? What should I do here? No, I knew what I had to do. To change, or not to change. That was all. To change into me, or to remain as him. Am I me? Didn't I get it? I wasn't me. Meito Tanabe and I were different. Was it right for me to accept him, that creation of the script? Myself as Meito Tanabe, so long as I possessed a will, that would be nothing but suffering. To abandon my will was just that simple laziness. Completion of the ego, that was my desire. Change, that was suffering. Samsara, that was the written pages. The path to remain within the unknown, or within the known boundaries. Out of bounds, that was terrifying. Traveling beyond those boundaries, that was terrifying. What I would do after this was scary. To change was scary. I know myself that wasn't an actor was scary. Or to know myself that wasn't an actor was scary. Okay, that didn't make sense to me for a moment, but I get it now. I'm only slow on the uptake sometimes. I swear. To return to my true self was scary, yet following along with or resisting the prepared plot too were both scary. I heard someone opening the sliding door. It was Lady. I didn't want to interact with her for the time being. Meito-san? She hadn't changed at all. The unnatural moving corpse entered the living room like you're one to talk. And just that in itself was unpleasant. Here's breakfast. Eat up. We'll play after I finish recording, okay? I don't need to eat. I won't die if I don't eat. I won't die. No, let me correct myself. Nothing can kill me. Shadowless? Her voice resounded in my ears. It was a voice full of sorrow. It didn't matter to me. Let's go. She pulled my hand. Where to? The place I told you about yesterday. Let me show you the truth. The scene would change whether I wanted it to or not anyway. Everything was in the hands of the Creator. All I could do was follow along. We passed through a number of places. By the time we reached the grasslands, I walked of my own will. Nothing was going to change. I just decided to keep following her. If only she'd realized that I didn't have the will to fight. Then she'd stop bothering with me. A cave. It was nostalgic. How many days had it been since I came through here? My memories rose to the surface, none of which I particularly cared about. And what are we going to do here? What I recalled was when I knew nothing and was still happy, back when it was just me and Shimon-san. Open the gate. The gate? Shadowless? I believe I told you I was a sovereign, but let me explain. The sovereign is the ultimate being in my world and holds the highest level of authority. In my world, people are divided into classes based on the possession of special powers. The highest class of which is the sovereign, for which only one worthy person is born in a century. What are you trying to say? And how long lived are your people? Also, never mind. I'm saying you're lucky to have me with you. She began to mutter something to herself. I heard it before, a long time ago, back when I first came here with Shimon-san. It was the same as back then. I didn't remember the lyrics, though. I have the ability to read people's minds. It's only been faintly effective here, but it helped nonetheless. The gate opened. I wasn't surprised in the least. Nothing had any particular meaning anymore, and that applied to the gate as well. Look ahead. She urged me on. The expression on her face was serious. To say that I had no intention of doing that would be a lie, though. I was curious. Morgana, I promise we'll play after I finish recording. And that was why I decided to look at the gate. Because I was curious. So I looked inside and... I could feel the warm breeze. My bangs blew in the wind. The scent from the concrete suggested that it had just finished raining. The sky was slightly overcast. It must have just been a passing shower. This place was nostalgic. Even this backpack was nostalgic to me. There were 2 badges on it, a smiley face and a Hitchcock symbol. The Hitchcock one was slightly yellow because of how old it was. I got it during a festival. There were scratch marks on its cheek and it was rusty. It reminded me of Yakuza or something. You enjoying yourself over there? Yeah. One of my friends made fun of me over it. School. School was here. There was also a diner nearby. It also had a all-you-can-drink special. If you ordered one thing, you could have unlimited refills for 105 yen. Yeah, that's something I always forget is very American, that, you know, you pretty much anywhere you go, you can have unlimited refills as long as you're there. Like fountain drinks like soda, water, tea, lemonade. anything besides booze, basically, and expensive like slushies and shit like that. Expensive drinks you couldn't. But it's always interesting to me that that's not really a thing in other countries. I've even heard that in some, at least European countries, ice in drinks isn't all that common, which for soda I'm fine with. I don't like ice in soda, but I don't really drink soda. So when I drink other things, I like to have ice in it because I like to chew on ice. But no, whatever. I always ordered the same thing. I'll have the basket of French fries. That was 180 yen. Fuck yeah. It totaled up to just 285 yen. It was a steal compared to Locomanca cafes. Yeah, I mean, even for a single drink, that, like, even with unlimited refills, at least where I live, that's for a decent size. I can't think of it how much a drink by itself costs in any restaurants near me, but I don't really go to restaurants even before the current times. I don't really eat out all that much. Whatever. You could hang around as long as you liked too. It was great. During the summer, I would, man, on the day before a test, it just isn't fair. Always come here to study. Come on, Takanobu, with my friend Takanobu. I'll get it right, probably. We'd always have so much fun. It's under my feet. Why is there a toy? We'd always have so much fun. I'd be fine if I could just copy his homework. No can do. You're supposed to do your homework every day. My dear friend. He wasn't wrong. He was right, in fact. I was just busy. It's just when you're busy working part-time, it's kinda... My part-time job at the convenience store really wasn't that tough. All I had to do was work the cash register. But I chose to be obstinate. Stocking the fridges with cans and stuff isn't easy. It's so cold you gotta wear a parka to do it, fucking liar. I knew people that would do like refrigeration and like stocking the freezers and shit in like Walmart or Sam's or Sam's Club. I think Costco as well. Could be wrong. And they would wear a light jacket, but that's about it. But I don't know. I guess it depends on how weak to the cold you are. But I live somewhere where like the normal winter temperature is like in the 40s Fahrenheit, with occasional dips down into the 30s and below freezing. But for the most part, it's like, I don't know, 41, 42, something like that. Anyway, I was just bullshitting him. Probably don't realize this, but that can take hours. I was half joking. He had never actually worked part-time before, so no way. He ended up taking me seriously. This would work. Just kidding. Don't take it seriously, Takanobu. Masahide butted in. He always got in my way like this. You spend too much time on your computer. That's why you don't think I'm serious, Masahide. Don't be dumb. You can tell the difference between a lie and the truth. Or you can't tell the difference between a lie and the truth. Here we go again. I'm sick of hearing him say that. You know, you're just really... Huh? You like saying that, don't you? You just really... The other day, I used some of my earnings for my part-time job to buy a computer. Masahide kind of tempted me to. I had the basics down, at least. Computers are super useful, and you can learn almost anything just by using search engines. Just being able to see the train schedule online and not having to ask a station attendant to hand me one along the way made it worth it for me, considering how shy I am. And being able to look at porn and stuff, well, I guess I could put that off until I was more used to using my computer. Masahide was just saying that there are a lot of things you need to watch out for with that sort of thing. He couldn't recommend it to a new user like me. Regardless, I was using my computer for the right reasons, unlike Masahide, who frequents anonymous message boards. So, this is Japan, so that would probably be 2chan, whatever. Well, this is getting nowhere. Masahide began to laugh after saying that. It was so funny. What, am I using it wrong? No, that's fine. It's totally fine. Did I act too much like a know-it-all? It didn't feel like it. I'd just look into it on my computer once I got home. I want a computer too. Takanobu just had to say that. Oh, you should get one. Laptops are in these days, and while their CPUs aren't as fast, they're fine for general computing. Also, so long as you hook it up your wireless, because it caused Masahide to begin another lecture on computers. I couldn't bring up the homework for a little less than an hour because of that. All I could do was give half-hearted replies to Masahide as he droned on. Shinjuku. East Entrance Plaza. Why was Tokyo so full of people? I really didn't like it. I hated having to wait. I guess because the person I liked wasn't there. She hadn't shown up yet, like always. Yuri always showed up 10 minutes late. Yes, I know it is technically Yuri, but I've known people, at least one person named Yuri in actual, like, real life, and they went by Yuri. I also think they were Russian, but whatever. I bumped. Whatever. Oh well, that was. I'm an idiot. Yuri always showed up 10 minutes late. When we were supposed to meet, she'd always text me instead. Damn it. If only she understood what it was like to wait around for someone. I couldn't help but mutter to the emoticon I've grown so used to seeing. Poker face. She was probably all, in reality though. I could just show up 10 minutes later myself, but I didn't want to make her wait. I hated waiting, and I hated making others wait. I guess I was selfish. No, Yuri's the selfish one. I was just making excuses. I had time to kill until she showed up in any case. The one heroine in the dating sim Masahide loaned me said this when the protagonist showed up late to a date. I just watched the crowd. It's not a big deal. Quote, unquote. And nowadays it's, I was sitting on fucking around on my phone, which is great because sitting and just people watching I find boring as hell. I can also read, but I don't typically take books with me when I go places, especially if I'm meeting someone, so I have my phone and I have ebooks on my phone. Yeah, anyway. Who knew, though? It just seemed annoying to me. I wasn't the kind of philosophical guy capable of being emotionally moved just by watching others. Just too many people. That was the kind of person I was, even though I knew that I'd be lonely if everyone just up and disappeared. Well, it's not like that would ever happen. Just look at how many people there are. Something like that would never be possible in my lifetime. Maybe in the far future, though. Some afternoon TV show was playing on one of the huge displays. Tamo-san was getting old. He was known for all his wigs and stuff in the past, but I don't even hear about him these days. His animal comedy routines are funny, though. Not that I've seen those lately either. He used to be pretty entertaining, though, or pretty amusing, though. Only Takanobu understands the appeal of Tamo-san. I guess his style of comedy was just too old. I could hear my grandfather's clock playing from the record store. It was a little grating. I was soon enjoying the talk show with Tamo-san. Sorry for the wait. Yuri showed up right when we were about to introduce his friend. Or right when they were about to introduce his friend. I'm going to attempt to pronounce it, Yuri, and try to do it technically properly, but I probably won't. Especially when I'm not thinking about it. I was curious who they were going to bring out. I'd just catch the rest during the year-end special. Yuri showed up only 8 minutes late for once. I'm home. I turned the lights on in my gloomy room. Buildings were strange things. It was like once you stepped foot inside of one, you were in a completely different world. Outside was more bright and fun than inside. Inside was just a mystery, even though we were obviously still in the same world. Welcome back. Mama spoke up. She was watching TV in the dark. And that was one of the normal things she did. She was strange. No, more than strange. She forced me to continue calling her Mama despite my age. But her behavior, the way she spoke, her actions, thought processes, everything was abnormal. Do you still have it? She always asked me that first thing when I got home. As her son, I shouldn't really say those things about her, but be careful, you'll lose your shadow otherwise. She really said some wacky stuff. So, yeah, I was careful. I still have it. And that's how I responded to her. Of course, I wasn't actually careful. No, who would be? Hey, pretty girl. I'll play soon, I promise. Someone's gonna take your shadow? That makes no sense. How could something like that be possible? Be nice if only Mama were like this, but Papa was strange too. It made me depressed. I was honestly impressed that they were able to get by with the way they were. The reason why they worked 5 days a week was because of that too. Papa said he'd be home early today. Huh. Papa worked for a company, surprisingly enough. He was actually the head of his department, which sounded crazy to me. Don't play with my microphone cable. Hopefully that didn't cause any issues. I couldn't imagine someone so nutty as the head of the department. It was thanks to that our economical situation wasn't particularly poor, though. The problem, though, was that I couldn't find it in me to voluntarily be in their debt. That's why I worked part-time and bought everything I wanted with my own money. Same applied to any extra spending money, too. And food, cleaning, laundry. I paid for all of it on my own. I even wanted to pay for rent, but I held off. Leaving your home while you're still a student isn't easy. I had to quit my job at the convenience store and do physical labor if I wanted to do that. It wasn't the type of thing someone who wanted to make studying their livelihood should do. Meito? Meito. My name. I hated my name. People used to make fun of me for it during elementary school because of it. Even when I first started my part-time job, it was a joke. They always said the same thing. Meitofu. It's a fucking dumb insult. Yeah, I mean, I know kids aren't creative, but, whatever. That's just bad. What was so funny about that? That's a good fucking question. It just bothered me. I was always saying how I wanted people to call me Tanabe instead due to that. Meito, listen. What? It's so annoying. I wanted her to stop. Although I was pissed, I thought I managed to smile back at her. There's something we need to talk about once Papa comes home. Something you need to talk to me about? I didn't want anything to do with them. It had been so long since I even chatted with Mama like this. I can't say it unless Papa comes home. We need light. Here we go again. According to my parents, my Papa was a being of light, and my Mama was a being of shadow. So annoying. I had no idea when they first got into this occult stuff. They were like that since I was born. I'm surprised I was able to mature into a normal person. Anyway, according to them, I was a person of true destiny born from light and shadow. Their cult-like fanaticism with that was absurdly creepy. It was unbelievably annoying. I'll be in my room then. I left the living room after that. I was at my limit. Hey, listen. What's wrong, Meito? Meito's scared. Because Mama and Papa are both going to disappear, right? That's right. So, I'll always be alone. Listen to me, Meito. Okay? We'll return. Once that's been unraveled, we'll return. Not so bad, right? Yeah. Take care. And unravel it. Okay. Bye now. Hey, what is it? What if I can't unravel it? What will happen then? Ragnarok. Papa. Mama? Papa. Mama. Are really gone. Can't do this. I can't unravel it. I can't do that on my own. Can't go there and unravel it. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's nothing at all. No, I'm not going to scream into my mic. I apologize. No, with a shitload of O's. I think I'm going to end this off here. Instead of continuing just a little bit longer, and because I need to play with Kitten, she's getting a bit restless, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And, well, last episode was a bit long, so this one can be a normal length episode for once. Not kidding. But yeah, next time, I think we're going to deal with the fallout of, well, Meto regaining his memories. And, well, again, we're dealing with the fallout. I'm curious, personally, how he is going to react to that, and I'm curious as to how Riri is going to react to that, because she does not seem to be the most caring of people, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure she'll have something interesting to say. I'm sure. But anyway, that's for next time, and well, I hope to see you all there.